Glad to have you back in my orchid garden. Hey, orchid lovers, how's your day going? Have you just brought home a new orchid but aren't sure what to do next? Or maybe you've noticed its roots looking a little sad. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Let's get started. We're going to remove the old flower spike now. Once the blooms have faded, this spike no longer benefits the plant in fact. We're going to keep these healthy green roots. They're firm, plump, and full of life, exactly what our orchid needs to absorb water and nutrients. These rotting roots have got to go. They're mushy, dark, and no longer able to absorb water or nutrients. Rotten roots like this. Rotten roots like this. Removing the old moss and soil is essential for giving our orchid a fresh, healthy environment. Over time, the old growing medium breaks down, retains too much moisture, and can harbor bacteria or pests, which may cause root rot. By replacing it with fresh bark and moss, we're ensuring the roots get better airflow, proper drainage, and the nutrients they need to thrive. Where are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments, I'd love to know. And if you're facing any orchid care challenges, feel free to share. Let's support each other and grow beautiful orchids together. Cut the old roots and the old leaves. First, let's look at the roots. Healthy roots should be firm, plump, and green or silvery white. But if you see any that are soft, brown, or mushy, they're already rotting and won't help the plant absorb water. Leaving them can cause further decay, so we'll use sterilized scissors to cut them off at the base, being careful not to damage the healthy ones. These parts are damaged and can spread disease or rot to the rest of the plant. By carefully removing them, we're helping the orchid focus its energy on growing strong, healthy roots and fresh new leaves. Do not forget to wash orchids with water. This helps wash away any leftover debris, old potting material, and hidden bacteria that could harm the plant. Gently run lukewarm water over the roots and leaves, making sure to clean off any dirt or residue. Now, let's gently wipe down the orchid with a soft cotton pad. This helps remove any excess moisture, dust, or tiny debris left on the leaves and stem. Be sure to wipe carefully and thoroughly, especially around the base and roots, to keep the plant clean and healthy. Taking the time to do this prevents bacteria and mold from developing and gives our orchid a fresh, comfortable start in its new home. No worries if the language is tricky. Our videos have subtitles in 100+ languages, including English, French, German, Japanese, Korean, and more. To turn them on, 1. Tap the settings icon. 2. Select subtitles, CC, and choose your language. 3. If not available, use Auto Translate for more options. Enjoy the video in a language that suits you. Today, we're going to use a sweet potato to care for our orchid. Peel the sweet potato. They're packed with starch and natural sugars, which give the plant an energy boost, helping roots grow stronger and healthier. Plus, they're rich in potassium, which is super important for flower development and disease resistance, kind of like building up the orchid's immune system. And let's not forget phosphorus, which helps the roots absorb nutrients better, making the whole plant thrive. Chopping the sweet potato into small pieces helps release all those beneficial nutrients faster. When we cut it up, we're making it easier for the good stuff like starch, potassium, and phosphorus to mix into the water and be absorbed by the orchid's roots. Taking care of orchids like this is honestly one of the most relaxing and rewarding things for me. There's just something about gently cleaning the leaves, trimming the roots, and giving the plant the nutrients it needs to feel so peaceful. It's almost like having a quiet conversation with nature. Watching an orchid go from weak to thriving, seeing new roots grow, and eventually witnessing those beautiful blooms, it all makes the effort so worth it. How about you? Do you find orchid care relaxing, or do you enjoy it for another reason? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience. Next, we're going to use 3 cloves of garlic. Let's peel the garlic. You might be wondering, why garlic? Well, it's actually an amazing natural protector for orchids. Garlic is packed with antibacterial and antifungal properties, which help keep your plant safe from infections, root rot, and pesky pests. It's like giving your orchid a little immune boost, making it stronger and healthier over time. Sliced it out. Chopping the garlic into small pieces helps release all its powerful compounds faster. When we cut it up, the allicin inside, the key antibacterial and antifungal compound, gets activated. Plus, the natural compounds in garlic stimulate root growth and improve nutrient absorption, so your orchid can thrive beautifully. So, let's get started and see how this simple kitchen ingredient can work wonders for our plants. Have you ever used garlic for your orchids before? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's pour 200 milliliters of hot water over the chopped sweet potato and garlic. After adding the water, we're going to let it sit and infuse for 30 minutes. During this time, the garlic's natural antifungal and antibacterial properties will blend into the water, while the sweet potato releases its rich vitamins and minerals. Next, let's get a fresh coconut ready. Crack the coconut. We can make great use of the coconut shell instead of throwing it away. Coconut shells are naturally durable, moisture-retaining, and resistant to rot, making them an excellent material for orchid care. Coconut water is a fantastic natural supplement for orchids. And here's why. It's loaded with essential nutrients, vitamins, and growth hormones that help orchids develop strong roots and vibrant leaves. After letting the mixture sit for 30 minutes, it's time to strain it through a fine mesh strainer. This step helps remove any solid bits of sweet potato and garlic, leaving us with a smooth, nutrient-rich liquid that our orchids can easily absorb. (120 milliliters coconut water). Let's stir it up really well. Make sure everything is fully mixed. Pour the solution into a large bowl. Now, let's dilute the solution with water. This step is super important because it ensures that our orchids get just the right amount of nutrients without overwhelming the roots. We'll mix the solution with clean water to make it gentle and safe for the plant. This way, the nutrients are evenly distributed, making it easier for the orchid to absorb them. Divide the amount of water out. You know, when we wipe down our orchids with a soft cotton pad soaked in the solution, it's like giving them a little spa treatment. Think about it over time. Dust settles on the leaves, making it harder for them to soak up sunlight. So, a gentle wipe helps them breathe better and stay fresh. And it's not just about cleanliness. The nutrients in our homemade solution? The orchid actually absorbs them through its leaves, kind of like how we take in vitamins through our skin with lotions. Plus, some of the ingredients like garlic or cinnamon work as natural protectors, keeping pests and fungi away. Now, let's give our orchid a little spa time by soaking it in this solution for about 20 minutes. This allows the roots to absorb all the beneficial nutrients while also helping to eliminate any remaining bacteria or fungi. Think of it as giving your orchid a refreshing and nourishing treat. Alright, after 20 minutes, gently take the orchid out and let it dry for a bit. Once the excess water is gone, it's time to use cinnamon. Cinnamon helps seal the wounds, prevents infections, and speeds up healing, making sure your orchid stays strong and healthy. Cinnamon is like a natural medicine for orchids. It has antifungal and antibacterial properties, which help prevent infections and rot, keeping your orchid's roots safe and healthy. Besides that, cinnamon contains beneficial compounds like cinnamaldate and eugenol, which help protect against pests and promote healing. While it doesn't have traditional vitamins like fruits do, it's packed with antioxidants that support plant health. Think of it as a natural protective shield for your orchid. It's finally time to plant our orchid. First, we'll add a layer of foam at the bottom of the pot. This helps with drainage and prevents water from sitting at the roots. Then, we'll mainly use pine bark as the growing medium. Pine bark is perfect because it keeps the roots well aerated, prevents rot, and mimics the orchid's natural environment. Pine bark is like a magic carpet for orchids. It provides excellent airflow to the roots, preventing rot and fungal infections. Plus, it retains just the right amount of moisture, not too wet, not too dry, keeping the orchid happy. Another great thing? Pine bark slowly breaks down, releasing beneficial nutrients while maintaining a light, airy structure. It's the perfect natural medium for orchids to grow strong and healthy. Don't forget to add moss. Moss helps hold moisture around the roots, keeping them hydrated without getting too wet. It also creates a soft cushion, making the orchid feel right at home. Plus, it's great for young or recovering orchids since it provides extra humidity. A little moss goes a long way in keeping your orchid happy and thriving. Time to water the orchid. But remember, don't overdo it. Orchids love moisture, but their roots need air too. And that's it for today's orchid care session. I hope you found this helpful and that your orchid thrives in its fresh new setup. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more orchid care tips. Hit the notification bell so you never